Hey coaches, I'm going to take you through a blitz we call bullets out of our 44 stack defense. All right, bullets, basically we're attacking the B gap, all right, with our linebackers are blitzing B. Now, pre-snap alignment, we're going to have our D tackles head up over the guards, all right, and then our Will and our Mike back are two inside linebackers. They are stacked over the tackles. Why we like to stack them is because you don't know which way this kid's going to slant. He may slant down, he may slant here, he doesn't know. And then it also hides which way this linebacker, if you're calling the blitz, which way and which gap he's going to attack. So it just adds an element of deception. It gives them really a two-way go, right? Like they don't know which way these defenders are going to go. So it makes them look and then react. So it really slows down the offensive line's get off. And then when you stack them over, they're able to rip through and kind of occupy that line, and then the linebacker will shoot in behind it. Pretty much unblocked, which you'll see in the game clips at the end. All right, so we'll start with our bullets blitz. All right, let's start with everyone else. These guys, got player. All right, these guys are force players. All right, easy. So now, bullets tells our linebackers they're blitzing A gap. Blitzing B gap. So now these tackles, they're head up over the guard. They are slanting through the inside shoulder of the guard, and they have A gap responsibility. All right, so they have the A gap. We can't make sure they don't get washed down. You want to dip, rip, and then anchor your gap. Or you could play through the inside shoulder of the guard, okay, and then try to get penetration. All right, we have our kids dip and rip, and then they got to anchor the A gap. So don't get washed down. It's easy to say slant down, but a lot of times kids will slant and then get washed down. So make sure they dip that shoulder. Don't give lineman blocking surface, and just rip through the inside shoulder and anchor the A gap. All right. We don't want to, and now linebackers, we don't want to show our blitz too soon. As soon as the quarterback begins his cadence, that's when we want to start creeping up. All right. So we'll start creeping up here. I do like them stacked. You could have them creep up, show like he's going to blitz A gap and then blitz B if you want to add another element of deception. We don't usually do that. We just have them creep up. And then even sometimes they may even show what gap they're going late. But as soon as the quarterback begins his cadence, we want to creep up. Then once that ball snap, boom, we are blitzing B gap. We are blitzing B gap. All right. So now I like this versus pretty much any offensive formation right now. We got double tight ends, so you got three-man surface to each side. I'm going to show you it against a spread look too. It's the same rules, nothing changes. How you want to handle pass coverage, that's on you. All right, if you want to play some type of zone behind it, which obviously will be weak inside, you could play man behind it. We usually play man coverage behind this. It's also important that, this video isn't about pass coverage. It's about blitzing. But your edge players, okay, they have to play what we call a peel technique. So remember, these kids aren't blitzing. The L and R aren't blitzing. They're setting the edge, right? They're just keeping their outside shoulder free, setting the edge. But if this back peels out, they have to take them, okay? This back peels out this way, they have to take them. Then the corners will obviously have the inside tight ends here. Then he'll have him. Where you're weak here is a tight end quick pop. You could have this kid sit on this. You could have him watch this tight end. Okay, it really depends, again, it's how you want to handle it. If the wide side of the field is here, then you could have him lock harder on this tight end, because if he gets outside, it's to the boundary and it's not as bad. The back gets outside. So again, guys, in regard to pass coverage, it's however you want to do. But guys, you're sending basically 4 guys here through these 4 gaps. These offenses are not going to be able to pick this up. All right, so let's go into the next one. Again, it's going to look the same. Nothing changes, right? We're A gap responsible. Creep up, creep up, creep up. And guys, this blitz is right out of our 44 stack defense playbook. It's a nasty playbook. Be sure to check that out. If you want to basically attack the defense with multiple blitzes and stunts that they won't be able to pick up, then that defense is for you. You want to play aggressive? You have that attacking mentality on defense? Again, 44 stack defense playbook. It's for you. All right, and again, nothing changes here. Get into pass coverage a little bit here. Your end's got to play what we call peel techniques, as I was saying. If this back swings, because this could kill you. If you're locking up man, all right, this back swings and they just turn and throw it, that's going to hurt you. Especially if these guys run off or they do a good job stalk blocking, which a lot of times is not the case. But I don't really care about a swing pass, honestly, even out of this, even against this blitz. But they could play peel techniques, take the swing backs. Okay, if the back was in pistol or offset to this side, this end would have the peel, would play the peel technique. So again, it's just however you want to do it. You could roll the safety down, right? You could roll the safety down, play zero coverage, have him follow the tailback. It's whatever you want to do. Now, another variation of this, you could have the Bullets Blitz, and then you can do this. And guys, you could do this just to one side too. Let's take a note here. Let's note this. Oops, sorry. You can do this just to one side. Let's pretend the ball's on this hash. You could only do it. You could do it to the boundary side. You could do it just to the field. All right. So you could call this Will Bullet. That tells the Will linebacker, okay, he's doing it. You could call it Mike Bullet. He's telling the middle backer he's executing the Bullet Blitz. So, you don't have to do it both, to both sides. A lot of times we do, but, you could do it to the field. You could do it just to the boundary. You could just do it to both sides. Again, it's however you want to do it. Now, a nice change up from that is when you hit him with the bullets, now post snap, have him slant here, have him creep up, have him slant here, have him creep up, and now have them blitz A gap instead of B. So, the first blitz and bullets, right, you could call it alpha, you could call it whatever you want. Anything with an A will tell these kids that they're blitzing the A gap. These two kids are going to dip and rip through the outside shoulder of the guard, anchor their B gap. Again, you don't want to get pushed out. All right, you want to dip, rip, anchor a B gap. You can't end up in C gap when you slant, okay? So make sure they anchor, creep up. As soon as quarterback begins his cadence, try to hide where you're blitzing as long as you can and blitz the A gap. So that's two blitzes right there that are easy for your kids to remember, easy to install, but almost impossible for offensive linemen to pick it up. All right, so that was a quick video. Let's get into some game film. Got a couple real good clips for you.